Okay, we live. Okay, we live. Respect to everybody. Respect to everybody that's coming in. Respect to everybody that's watching the replay. Please like the video. Now you have a lot of people pretty much want to stoke fear into the market. Now you got people saying, is the stock market going to crash? I don't personally believe so, but you cannot be so sure when it comes to things. And like I mentioned on other videos, people need to get to inverse ETFs if you feel like this. Don't let people just let you sell your position and pretty much leave you either cutting. You're just cutting potential gains because when stuff you don't want to lock in losses because when you lock in a loss, that's pretty much you giving up a little too early. Because when it comes to fixed dollar cost averaging, people like to do, and this is Warren Buffett's method of investing when it comes to people that are just getting into the market, it would have to be a fixed dollar cost averaging of amount that you are willing to risk. It can be 50 a month. It can be $20 every 2 weeks to be able to time the market out to see where the market swings. Because it's about um, two things: to be able to invest into other industries that are literally emerging, but don't always go fully deep in when it comes to the regimen of having yourself overexposed because the markets can leave a lot of people extremely overexposed on a lot of fronts. But people should always focus on where is the money going to. That's why hedge follow and zip trades is like one of the two best sources of information to figure out where is the money. Zip ranks, my bad, zip ranks to be able to figure out where's the money heading to, who is supplying what, where is the money shifting? Are they selling? Are they buying? Because if they're selling, a lot of people would have a put, and that's pretty much shorting against the stock. So a lot of politicians are very bullish on Tesla, so that's why people are extremely gonna be holding on to either Tesla, either fractional shares that you can be able to buy, or try to be able to set aside money to just to get one big share because it's 688 people in Washington are already saying that they cap it as up to $925 in 2022. But I'm gonna let things marinate. I'm gonna let things marinate. Please get the likes up. Hello, Sheila, Morena. Respect to you. Respect to everybody that's coming in. Definitely get the likes up. Definitely get the likes up, please. Now, Zip Ranks is a good, useful tool due to the fact that you can be able to track a lot of the frequency that's going because now you have JP Morgan. They have bought this ticker ST and they bought it at a price target of $72 upswing. So literally this is good when it comes to option trading because a lot of people have a lot of option trading. Definitely do your homework, y'all. Definitely. This is definitely key. Definitely do your homework, do your due diligence, as I am not a financial advisor. I am just a person that has a position on these stocks and also someone that can be able to utilize marketing data when it comes to hedge funds because hedge funds are the whales and there are the bulls and they can be the bears of the market. If somebody inject cash when it comes to $100 million on something like Churchill Capital has Deutsche Bank. That's why people will hype up CCIV to the top of the top. When it comes to all of its bullish news, people are very bullish when it comes to EV cars. So Lucid Motors, and also there was a merger. So ticker symbol META. That's going to be one of the biggest undervalued plays when it comes to the market. But respect everybody that's coming in. Please like the video. Respect the JoJo. Respect the Doug. Respect the Doug. Okay, let me share my screen. And I got another pretty much something that hit my radar, and it's RGGI. RGGI. A lot of these companies going to benefit because they're going to get tax credits, so they're going to get all the federal government funding when it comes to these stimulus packages. When it comes to the one that's about to come in the next 2 or 3 weeks, then you have probably another one that's going to come in August. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen because the one in August is going to be another one due to the fact that unemployment's going to expire August 15th when Biden-Harris administration does pass the stimulus package. So give me a minute, y'all. Yes, ticker RGGI. That's what we're looking at. That is literally what we're looking at right now. Okay. This hit my radar due to the fact that this increased it very quickly. Very quickly. People that got into 2 cents is literally winning because this was literally under a penny. And now it hit 16 cents. So from this play, I would definitely recommend people to do their own due diligence and research. But always look at the catalyst because March 16th is going to have a lot of catalysts. March 12th, March 16th. Definitely look at a lot of stock companies that has catalysts because catalyst is literally good news if it's earnings report or if it's government funding or it's even if it's a special meeting when it comes to a conference call that went successfully, if they got any funding in their company or if they got guaranteed a contract because ASTI got the contract from NASA. Now they'll literally be in the space race. Those are literally the space stocks. So ASTI, the previous one I mentioned on the previous video. It's not loading up. Okay. Okay. So ChargePoint is pretty much is one of its companies that it's owned, and that's CHPT on the stock ticker. Because certain news when it comes to this catalyst, I'm gonna hold on to it until it's $1. Now, when it comes to this company, I would definitely recommend people to either figure out who has the money involved when it comes to this stock. So let me copy and paste. Okay. Okay, so a lot of hedge funds got a lot of good returns. So these are the hedge funds that people should follow on who are they investing in. Because when you see green amounts like this, that's in the hundreds, 150 percentages, and percentage points, definitely follow what do they got invested in. Because if they got a big position on something, that's definitely another catalyst that you can use to figure out, okay, this is where the money is shifting. This is literally where the money is shifting because a lot of these positions managed to get them huge percentages. Okay, so nobody in the hedge fund has caught on to this one yet. And that's a good thing because they're going to eventually get involved with this because this is very tied with the EV market. And also another company people should look at is SXOOF, St. George's Minor Company, because they have connections with Paul Pelosi. Paul Pelosi has connections with 4 other EV companies that's literally connected with it. I don't know if it's going to be a merger, but definitely look at those 4 companies because when it comes to those people, they literally have the ability to shift the money into a lot of funding for governments in the backside. So that's literally something why people are bullish on St. George's Mining Company. But this one right here, I'm going to hold on to this until it's a dollar. Definitely gonna hold on to this one. It's a dollar. So let's look at the general markets right now. And I'll finish my thesis on why RGGI is something that people should focus on. Let's look at some quick news. Because this news is important. That's why a lot of people should focus on what is going on in the financial news. You got to figure out what are bond yields. Okay. You got to look at the bond yields. Dow rallies after Biden's vaccine pledge, even as bond yields rise. Boeing stock flies. Okay. I'm not really a big fan of Boeing. Neo is actually at a good price. Disney, people have call options on Disney. And Bitcoin Trust is going to go up due to the fact of Bitcoin probably going to go up another 25% due to the fact that stimulus money is going to come in. A lot of people are going to put their money in Bitcoin. That's going to really pump up the market. And the pledge when it comes to the vaccine stuff, if they can get Johnson and Johnson call options, that would be a good move. That would be a smarter move. You would have to do it wide, so you would have to probably have it at 6 to 8 months. But if the market is about to crash, if you feel like the market's going to crash, get yourself some inverse ETFs when it comes to something that's the reversal of tech. Say if it's a tech crash, because they think it's going to be the crash is going to be due to tech bubble. They think it's going to be a huge tech bubble. So if you believe of what the talking heads is saying, then yeah, get you some inverse ETFs, get you some gold and silver while it's cheap. At least when silver while it's cheap. Yeah, but Boeing, this is the Boeing chart right here. So it literally had its little low volume squiggly lined downward shift, then vertically went up. Right now it's in consolidation. It had its little gain today, 5% gain. But I think it's gonna either have a downturn. I think if people are going to buy a full share of Boeing, I think the smart money would be buying it at 197 to 100, 215. So 197, 215 range. And if people are going to have call options, definitely put this in 6 to 8 months because Boeing is going to get a lot of funding from the stimulus package as well. Because that's literally something that involves of a lot of Boeing jets. Plus, you got billionaires that use those for personal use. Tesla stock and Neo stock whipsaw. Tesla was rallying in a whipsaw session when it was in the red, but almost flat last week. Tesla fell more than 13%. It remains more beneath Yo, can you hear me? I don't know, man. StreamYard literally kicked me out right when I was doing my little dissertation. I don't know what happened. I literally was reading the news article. It literally kicked me off. Oh wow. But when it comes to the Dow vaccine, seems like the market is going to be induced based off of what is the news on the vaccine. So if more people get vaccinated, or if there's more vaccines available to people, then the Dow Jones will literally rose up probably another 30% overall. So let me share my screen again. I don't know why that it literally kicked me off, but I just need to share my screen. Okay. Okay. Now, Neo is like a stock that's literally on a dip, in my opinion, because Neo is definitely going to be a long-term play. Because that's like the Chinese Tesla. That's why people are going to be boasting about Neo. Meta is a good one because that's going to be bought by a lot of them Saudi Arabian billionaires. Saudi Arabian billionaires are going to buy in a lot of stock when it comes to that. So Boeing, people are bullish on Boeing. I say a good entry to buy in Boeing is if it's at a 900, not a 900, but 197 to $215 price range, because right now it's 236. And if people are going to do options, they're going to make a call, make sure that call is probably 6 8 months, 6 8 months ago. Here we go. Okay, so here is the charts. People are bullish on Michaels, but I think Boeing can be able to do better. So that would be ticker BA. You got people bullish on Disney, DIS, Bitcoin Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust, GBTC. That would be like one of a play if you want to get involved to benefit off of a crypto bull market. Um, Me personally, I think there's better, more cheaper, affordable options when it comes to Bitcoin. If you want to get involved of the market, because a lot of people will just tell you to buy into the market and don't tell you what's the other cryptos. They don't even tell you what's the other type of niche. But another stock tip Okay, okay, I'm back. I don't know why they keep doing this. Yo, they try to take me off the air. That is funny. That is funny. But pretty much people are saying that the stock market will crash. I don't necessarily think so, not yet, due to the fact that stimulus is going to be passed in like 14 days. Inside of 14 days, so the market is going to get a good pump. Then I might see a crash maybe in the later end of the summer if certain things don't get funded and if certain things don't necessarily open up when it comes to the economy standards, because a lot of this stuff is based off of job reports. Because if we can be able to get 265,000 jobs after the first month of stimulus, I think the market is going to either go up from 32,000 to 34,000 very quickly in that short time period, due to the fact that you got a lot of people bullish. You got a lot of hedge funds bullish. Let me just repeat that again, because a lot of these hedge fund people are very, how can I put it? They're very they, okay. They buy in dips and they literally sell when all the media attention is onto the stock. So when everything is pretty much where the media is covered, unfortunately you're too late. The big bulls that came through, there was very bullish 4 to 5 weeks or 4 to 5 months before people start figuring out you know what to do and what to buy. Because I never recommended GameStop stocks. Never recommended it due to the fact that it didn't have the hedge funds behind it. The hedge funds lost big time off of it because people want to be able to say, well, Wall Street bets. Wall Street bets is good for like short wins. Um, a lot of the times you can get certain good due diligence on Wall Street bets, but if you're trying to be able to get good, useful information, you're gonna have to be able to figure out where is these hedge funds putting money in. Yes, Doug, another stimulus check because of the how April. That's when you're gonna get the first checks, and unemployment's gonna stop in August. So I'll be like in the middle of August. So they have to literally pass another one, either pre or after. They're probably gonna have to do it pre in order to be able to get things flowing and make sure that a lot of the companies and businesses has enough liquidity and funding. But the U.S. Treasury is pretty much going to have a field day when it comes to pumping up and propping up the market. 'Cause literally, the market's literally propped up. That's why the Dow Jones ain't crashed to 32,016 again when we had the first lockdowns globally. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. And please like the video, y'all. Please, please get the likes up. Please, please get the likes up. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna look at a drone delivery company of Takeoff. Literally TAKOF. We're gonna look at that. Okay. Okay. And this is my favorite tool to use to be able to get good data, get good, very resourceful data when it comes to stocks in real time. So that'd be TAKOF. Hmm. Okay, so the Dow Jones is up 130 points today. Nasdaq is red. Bitcoin is okay. Bitcoin is up 2,000. Okay, 2,675. So Bitcoin is having a good day. I don't know what is going on when it comes to this. I was supposed to type in something. Hmm. Give me a minute, y'all. I literally clicked onto it. It literally clicked off. Okay. Okay. Hmm. There we go. There we go. And this is a drone delivery company, and it has contracts in Canada as well. That's definitely going to be something to keep on researching on as well to figure out what is going to happen when it comes to more development in that company area. Because they can be able to get 15% percentages up on the revenue easily if they can be able to manifest a good plan when it comes to doing this, because it would take a lot of distribution help. Pardon me, a lot of distribution help when it comes to figuring out how can we be able to do something efficiently, fast, and better than like UPS, which UPS would be like the staple stock when it comes to drone delivery stuff, because they're going to utilize that. All right, there we go. So pretty much this is just a price analysis that it brings when it comes to takeoff. Um, takeoff has a market that's literally hasn't been exploited yet. But as soon as people be able to jump on this thing, I think it could be a good move for the long term. So this literally blew up around after the election. So it literally was 47 cents, blew up to 70, took a dip to 63, bumped up to 84, and at its highest was close to $2. So right now it's pretty much at an undervalued rate. So when it comes to this stock, I want to be able to hold on to this until it's 15. Drone delivery in Canada in the last 3 months, with the average price target of $1.38. So right now it's at $1.46. So people want to get a good entry on this, it would have to be $1.20, $1.20. Leave 30 in, take 70 out. When it comes to if it does go up from $1.38 to $5, that would literally be a good win. So this drone delivery company is going to benefit off the most of them trying to get involved in California as well. So this company would literally have to be one of its how can I put it, one of its efficient and very diversified type of web of investors and also suppliers as well. So this literally can be able to, I think, could be something that could be a swing, 6 to 8 months. But the ticker is TAKOF. Okay. Okay, so the marketing definitely has to be good when it comes to this. They would have to really market out country to country. In the middle of DoorDash, literally DoorDash came through, but I'm gonna open up the panel. If anybody wants to come up, if anybody have any questions, definitely hit the link. I think I think the Texas and Mississippi economy is going to definitely benefit. It's going to have increases, so companies involving in trucking, construction, and those companies could be able to benefit the most. Um, Meat packing companies and processing companies definitely would be something to be able to look forward to. But if anybody wants to come up, I could be able to open up the panel. To be able to answer any questions, please get the likes up. And if anybody wants to be able to book a consultation, if they need me direct, my email is bhmdf25@gmail.com. But people say that the market is going to crash. I don't think the market's going to crash. I don't think the market's going to crash at all. Respect to you. Respect to you. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that as well. Now, when it comes to the market, I would have to say that if you want to be sure and have an insurance policy, I would say have puts. Say if you do have a portfolio that is big, I would say have your puts ready so it will be an automatic sell. So if things do go down, turn very quickly, definitely have your put order into a price range, probably 10%, 10-20%. So if it's like a 5 to 10% dip, it automatically sells, and you pretty much get a call option. Say if it you have you have a method where you bought the fully stock, then you have options where you have a call on a stock. then you have a put on a stock. Say with Tesla, say people would do something where they can benefit on both ends, where they have the call option for anything. Say right now, like Tesla is 686. Say if you believe that it's going to go up to, like I mentioned earlier, 900. Like the politicians have a call option for 845. The price range be at $845 a share to $915 a share. Semiconductors is going to go up with Tesla as well, and also semiconductors are going to go up due to the fact that iPhones need microchips as well. But when it comes to the Texas economy, I would say trucking, construction, a lot of REITs, say real estate trust. That would literally be a publicly traded real estate security that you can be able to use. People say that there's going to be a foreclosure type of wave. I'm going to have a real estate panel probably either later on today or tomorrow. We can be able to talk about real estate in a very in depth way when it comes to figuring out either do we finance on situations, do we get hard money loan, or do we get tax liens and be able to have somebody to do due diligence, have an inspector needed, because that's literally when it comes to real estate. But when it comes to a stock market crash, it can be crashed different many ways. It can be a tech bubble, it can be a real estate bubble, it can be because they always use the old saying of the turnip bubble. But when it comes to figuring out the market, I would definitely say if you feel like it's going to be downward, get you an ETF that's an inverse, meaning that when the market flips, when people lose money, you will win off of the inverse ETF. Bigger companies use credit default swaps. That was pretty much the Big Short, the movie what that was about, to be able to bet against and bet against the market, and they literally got $190 billion of cash liquid in their stock market accounts and their hedge fund company corporate accounts. Literally that much was literally wire deposit in due to the fact that they managed to bet against the market, had $2 billion investment to make $180 billion off of betting against the market. So that's literally what the big boys do. People that are literally in the market, they would say get gold and silver, which that would be like the insurance policy. But if you want to be able to have the gains in the market, it would be the inverse ETFs. Because oil and gas right now is extremely cheap when it comes to the stocks, definitely undervalued. So when it comes to economies opening up, as an economic standpoint, oil and gas is going to go up. Oil and gas stocks is going to go up. So Gush, last time we checked on the channel, it was like $71. So I think it can go up to 120. But don't quote me on that. And this is definitely not financial advice. But this is my personal opinion. Because I had people that invested in Gush when it was like $18. When it was literally like $18. So yes, the foreclosure waves are sad, but yes, a lot of first time home buyers and a lot of good standing people, yes, with their mortgages to refinance. Yes, a lot of situations gonna happen like that. A lot of people should utilize the FHA loans to be able to get the first time home buyer. Utilize utilize the house for 2 to 3 years. And a lot of people would try to rent it out and be able to get some cash flow on it. So when it comes to a stock market crash, I would say those two segments can probably lead to or lead up to it. Because if you want to be able to focus on topping the market, get you ETFs. Because when you buy ETF, you're instantly diversified. So when it's inverse ETF, you're diversified on the downturn, so you can win off of the betting against the market. So you got to be more strategic when it comes to it, because a lot of people like Dr. Boyce Watkins, he is just instoking so much fear, and I laugh at it because he doesn't even give people a proper strategy. If it does downturn, they literally leave them as sitting ducks to be slaughtered. And that's why I figured that, I don't like to create beef in the channel. But when people say, how do you feel about Dr. Boyce? I say, well, Dr. Boyce is somebody that is educated. He does have a PhD, but certain stuff he doesn't know because he's not really in the market. He doesn't know people that's in certain markets or don't even network when it comes to figuring out what's really going on. Because Hedge Follow and TipRanks is the two websites that you can be able to find the money better than anybody that's literally PhD. You can find it better than me if you be able to have the right ticketer in the right market. So when it comes to uh, people instoking fear like he is, I would say pretty much if you think it's going to crash, get you some inverse ETFs in tech, oil, and real estate, commercial real estate as well. Because they got a commercial real estate ETF that's inverse and a regular ETF where you're pretty much betting on the rise of it. So when it comes to those aspects, you have to be more stronger when it comes to your analysis. And you got to figure out, okay, what's going on. Like right now, manufacturing is going up and automated stocks when it comes to manufacturing and warehousing. So Mokamami, okay, Texas Oil is not going anywhere. They will likely do something like eco-friendly additives and add wind. Well, wind stocks is going to go up plus solar stocks. So eco-friendly additives in their oil fields or recycling materials. Well, that's where the renewable energy comes in. That's literally where I've been preaching to y'all about renewable energy. So when it comes to something that I want y'all to research on, GGII, that is Green Global International Inc., ELCR, Electric Vehicle Company Inc., ticket symbol ELCR, Drone Delivery Company that I mentioned, Drone Delivery Canada Corp. I'm going to hold on to that until it's either $2 to $3 a share, and I might sell my position to be able to look at other things. Hut 8 Mining Company, well, Mining Corp, that's literally a company that's literally lithium mining. So that's literally something that's going to be needed because lithium batteries is going to be needed in the process, and that's literally that's Elon Musk. Pretty much, he's going to put in several billions of dollars into companies to be able to get him all the lithium batteries to put in those Tesla Model S's. Then you have Neo, that's the Chinese Tesla. Then you have Lucid Motors, uh, ticket symbol Meta. They're going to need lithium. They're going to need semiconductors. They're going to need a lot of stuff when it comes to the next shift because really it's a transitional year. Like I keep telling everybody, it seems like people has not been paying attention. It's a transitional year. It seemed like people it has to hit people in hard in the head to be able to figure out this is a transitional year. Your investments is definitely based upon what's the conditions is going. So people like Boyce pretty much in stoking fear. I'm thinking inside my head he can tell you finances off of a book up and down, but he's not going to tell you anything that can pretty much benefit off of a downturn. And stoking fear is pretty much something that it seems like a lot of people are doing because you're going to see a lot of YouTube videos say the stock market will crash on their titles instead of saying how to benefit from a stock market crash, how to bet against the market, how to have inverse ETFs, how to have gold and silver, how to have to be able to have a lot of companies that are somewhat recession proof, like fast food franchise stocks. I think you have two stock ticketers. Let me pull that up. But that's literally benefiting off the fast food markets. They're going to keep going up. People are still going to buy DoorDash. You have Uber Eats. Uber stock. You got to figure out what Lyft is doing. Lyft needs to get involved. You got to figure out what are these companies are doing. You got to figure out the information that is needed. The 2008 crash was rough for those who are retiring. My dad got out early and bought land in urban sprawl. Downturns can be positive if you're willing to pivot. See, you got to be willing to pivot. You got to be willing to pivot. For all the people that's coming in, please like the video. Please get the likes up. If anybody wants to join in Lily, I think I put the link in the chat. Definitely got a cam up before I let you in, though. So all the new people that's coming in, that wants to be able to ask questions, that probably want to be able to have a preview before they book a consultation, definitely hit the link. Definitely hit the link. Definitely hit the link. Definitely hit the link. Okay, so artificial intelligence, that'll be AITX. That's what I'm going to share my screen on. I'm going to share my screen on, and we're going to look at this as well. Gonna look at this. AI. This is artificial intelligence. So AI, IoT stocks. So those are literally going to be priority when it comes to funding because it's going to be all interconnected when it comes to the semiconductors and microchips. So AITX is needed. So AITX is going to be something to put on your watch list to be able to see what it does and how it does it. So you got to be able to figure out one, are you going to do a fixed dollar cost averaging? Two, does it have any catalyst that is going to be in the updates? Three, look at the profits and the revenues that are open because a lot of them will release their all the documents that's needed. So you got to track everything down when it comes to these catalysts. So TipRanks is one of the websites that I do utilize when it comes to what's figuring out of if people are bullish, if the hedge funds are bullish, are they putting money in, or they taking money out? Okay, so no recent. So AITX. So this is 13 cents, and I told people in my consultation that I'm going to personally hold. That's not a suggestion. I'm personally going to hold on to this until it's like $1 a share. So every $13 that I put in, I want to expect to get 100 back off of it, pumping up into $8 stock. So let's see if any hedge funds are investing into it. So let me do that. Let me do that. So let me do that real quick. So this is a OTC stock, and definitely you would have to get a TD Ameritrade. I'm gonna have to do a video for people that are on Robinhood because there's a lot of Robinhood people. A lot of people love Robinhood, so I'm gonna have to compile up a list that's gonna be needed. So I just gotta figure out what is a perfect niche for y'all to be able to utilize because I use TD Ameritrade. I am not a fan of Robinhood, but I can understand that Robinhood has a lot of investors that are seeking, and they can also create their own bull run because Robinhood investors can create their own bull run of them being all interconnected from forums, chat rooms, and stuff like that. But let me retype in AITX, and this is IoT. We're dealing with IoT stock. And please get the likes up, y'all. Please, I can't preach it enough. It's free. It's free. It's literally free 99. So please get the likes up. Okay, so I can't find any hedge funds that are on it now. So I'm going to copy and paste, and I gotta see if there's anybody in the background. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Okay, I was laid off during the '08 crash. Okay, so a lot of layoffs definitely was happening in a lot of huge streams of people. So that's, I don't know, they say that the unemployment rating is around 60 million people. That's actually in total, but they would literally say that it's only just 25, but I think it's higher than that. No, it doesn't matter which platform that you use, but certain stocks are not going to be on Robinhood. Certain stocks is not going to be on Robinhood. Other stocks is going to be on either TD Ameritrade, Fidelity. A lot of people have Vanguard. So a lot of these times you're not going to find specific positions that you thought you can be able to utilize if you had like a TD Ameritrade. 'Cause a lot of this stuff, TD Ameritrade has to be one of the best type of stocks platforms to be able to use to get a wide range, a more wider range of stock positions, because you need to be able to figure out what is going on when it comes to either you can be able to buy some, have a spread of 30, 40 stocks, then be able to have something that you can utilize off of a beneficial factor on your portfolio. So you have to make sure that it's in those emerging industries, because anything that when it comes to biotech and biopharma, it's good because you can utilize a what they would call it FDA catalyst. So you can go Google search FDAcatalyst.com and you can be able to look at biotech stocks that has good potential yield. And a lot of the times it's going to be in the COVID vaccine stocks or pretty much anything that's either disinfectants of anything can literally go good for you when it comes to investing into those biotechs and try to time the market, that because that's literally what you're doing. You're timing the market to figure out what's the date of when everything is pretty much going to keep going good for the cause. More people buy into it. People are shifting money around to buy into the stock because it has a good generating solid of returns. So I'm going to share my screen because AITX literally increased to 207% this week. So I told people to get involved in it, and people that sold, I recommended people to sell 70% and hold 30% due to the fact that you still want to hold on to it, but still profit off the gain. So I'm going to share my screen. So the IoT stocks is definitely going to be needed to utilize when it comes to your positions. You got to utilize a lot of things when it comes to IoT and AI. Is Microsoft going to buy into this company? Is um, any other companies going to buy into this? Are you going to have people that's going to either bump it up when it comes to marketing, because it's going to literally gain another 50% and get off of the OTC stocks? I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it did that. Seems like my internet is throttling today. Okay, is it a good time to buy our artificial intelligence technology solutions? Investors are now increasingly interested in companies that work in the artificial intelligence space, and more importantly, there are plenty of options these days as well. One of these is the artificial intelligence technology solutions. Okay, 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 okay. Earlier this month, this company has announced that robotic assistance devices is fully owned subsidiary received an order from Civitas Civitas OS research drawing, because this is a big security company, it says here in Romania. Now, if they can be able to negotiate more partnerships worldwide, then it can be something that would be on Okay. Says your internet banks can present challenges too when it comes to penny stocks and pink sheets. Every platform has pros and cons. Wait, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, that's why I said it has to be a spread on your investments because these companies got good catalysts. These are not garbage companies. These companies literally have government funding and a lot of money set aside for these companies. Plus, you got a lot of government officials inside these companies. So they're going to write the laws to benefit their company. So they're going to give them the most tax credits or design a tax credit where it helps their company the most. So Taiwanese semiconductors is needed. So SMH is a good ticketer. Then you have SWKS. That's a good ticket symbol. Then you got QRVO. That's going to benefit off of a lot of government funding. That's going to be connected into this. So you have a booming sector. Plus, you've got remote working culture that's going to happen. So they're going to need those companies as well. So space office management stocks or any type of something that's related onto that, where they keep people either in the home or work more into the office. Those company stocks is going to benefit the most. So office management stocks would be something that would be more interconnected. So those stock tickers is SMH, SWKS, QRVO. Those are the semiconductor ETS, TSM. That's literally one of our biggest suppliers when it comes to semiconductors, and that is a Taiwanese company, and that's also on the stock market as well. So you can literally see those as a good investment move. So IoT and AI stocks are going to be priority, and they're going to get first priority. Then wheat stocks is going to get second priority. Then third priority is going to be an infrastructure bill, so that's going to be infrastructure stocks and companies. So Caterpillar, CAT, that's going to benefit on this infrastructure bill that's going to be passed in later stages as well. My spouse has a lot of positive things to say about your research methods. You are teaching us old dogs some new tricks. Well, I'm teaching a lot of people how to be able to figure out how to be able to see where the money is. Because really, a lot of news can be speculations, but don't even show you who's invested in it. I gave you the two research tools to be able to utilize it as well. So when people either book a consultation or see the videos, they can be able to see, okay, this is where money is being shifted. Somebody put $500 million in this stock. Somebody sold 700 million on this stock. Somebody that sold 700 million shifted money around for four or five other companies. So they probably put $200 million in each company. That's publicly listed. So that's how you figure out what they're doing. Because you got LMH did a partnership with Jay Z. Now you got Jay Z have a lot of stake interest in LVHM, and they can do some big things. So that's going to be a lot of money for Louis Vuitton and Jay Z as well. So the partnership, Louis Vuitton has pretty much bought 50% of his uh, Arnott Brigion beverage. So that's literally going to be something where they're going to own 50%. They're probably going to fund money into Jay Z's partnership. So if it's like that, then that means Louis Vuitton has a web inside of Jay Z's business deals, and they're going to bank on black. So they bank on black, so they bank on Jay Z. So Jay Z has a good marketing ploy. He has one of the most famous and recognizably known wives in the world. So that's literally a partnership that LVNH can be able, the HM can be able to benefit. So people got their call options on that at $700 at the end of 2022. And please, please, people, please like the video. Please definitely like the video. What's going on, GMT? Okay, my spouse feels that multiple device companies related to broadband services may be the next big things. Everybody's telecommunicating. Yes, telecommunication stocks is one of the biggest ones. So people got a call option on Qualcomm. So that'd be I think no, QCOLM. So Qualcomm has a huge frenzy when it comes to people going to make a call option. So yeah, mobile device companies going to be big. The semiconductors is pretty much going to benefit the most. So you get the microchip, and you can also be able to benefit off of the telecom services. So people got a call option on Zoom stock as well. Square is doing well. I think Square can be easily $400 a share due to the fact of Cash App. Cash App has literally been something that's booming. It's literally massively booming. So when it comes to Cash App, I would recommend people to be able to be more diligent on figuring out what are they doing. You got a lot of people that's pasting their Cash Apps on their Instagram, their Twitter. So people are getting a lot of payments processed, and they can be able to win off the processing. And people that's making money on Cash App can literally be able to pay their taxes, so they benefit more and more. So Square is definitely something that's going to be needed in the long run, because plus you got a lot of webcam. So definitely, if you could find any companies that are invested in webcam companies or webcam technologies, that type of telecommunication, I would say that's a win. I would say that's a big win when it comes to that. So you got to figure out how to navigate and spread around money when it comes to either the bigger chip, bigger blue chip stocks, because Square is literally the bigger blue chip stocks. Then try to find the mid and try to find the small. And if you're going to do micro, find news and catalysts. Definitely try to find the catalyst quick as possible to see what is going on. But another company that I'm looking at is WSGF. So my position went up 50%. It's over 6% now. The buy alerts that I had for my golden platinum consults would be like 4 cents. So people that book the consultation, this is definitely in your list. If you can't find it, definitely email me again, because this is something that I'm gonna hold on until it's a dollar. Everything in LTC is pretty much down 15 to 20%. People are spooked of the speculative stocks. Even TSN and PD is down a bunch. But right now, I'm just looking at the charts to be able to figure out what is going on when it comes to more news. Because SANT is a long-term hold for me. AITX, that's pretty much a long-term hold, because that's the IoT AI stock. And when it comes to weed stocks, weed ETFs, that'll be YOLO, MJ. Those are the two weed ETFs that people can benefit off of something stable. So you would have to figure out what's going to be needed when it comes to your positions. Always figure out what is going to be how can I put it? You have to have a safe investment. Then you're going to have a middle, moderate investment. Then you're going to have certain ones that would be deemed high risk, but it has good news, because ASTI was literally something that was under a penny. Now I got its NASA stock, NASA contract. Now the stock has literally increased 105% the last 2 days. So when it comes to Catalyst looking, or Catalyst reading, definitely look at something where you can be able to figure, okay, they got government funding like SXOOF that has government funding attached to it. You got Paul Pelosi putting money into it. You got smart advisors from Tesla that's going into the eco mining. Lithium mining is another industry that people need to research and benefit off of. I don't know how much I can stress the most to this to y'all, but literally invest in the microchips and the manufacturing of them. Look for the lithium batteries, because people are talking about crypto buzz. If you want crypto buzz, get you an ETF that's based off of crypto blockchain. So I'm gonna give y'all that right now on the spot. Give me a quick moment, because if y'all want those, at least be able to look at where is the blockchain stocks in the stock market first. Because you got Riot Blockchain, IBM is also investing into it, Canaan Creative, Then if you want really a whole set list to be able to watch, and this is not a recommended, this is just a watch list because I have a lot of people that are invested in crypto that does pay attention to these assets. So literally these would be, hold on, these will be one or two things to invest in. IBM, that's literally the blue chip stock. That's literally something that's guaranteed. If people have call options on IBM, I really wouldn't blame them. I really wouldn't blame them. So let me do this real quick. But Canaan, I think it's CAANAAN. That's another good one. Square, even Square benefits off of blockchains, so because they're invested in Bitcoin, so that's why Square is on a lot of people's call options. Cash App, plus they're allowing Bitcoin people to invest their Cash App money into Bitcoin, so that's literally going to be another one. So that'll be tickers SQ. SQ. So that's literally people that want to benefit off blockchain and also benefit off the rise of people using their Cash App, plugging their Cash App all day. That's how you benefit off of it. You can buy fractional shares. People would like to get involved of companies without really having a lot of exposure into it. Fractional shares will be utilized. So that's Square, ticker SQ. Let me look at another one. And please get the likes up, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so Canaan is ticker CAN. This is another blockchain type stock, and this is literally connected with IBM. Okay. Okay, so today it includes more than 500 blockchain projects in the works. So pretty much people are involved in the gold rush. Like I say, you sell the equipments and the supplies, you never really go full head on, and Canaan would pretty much be benefiting off of the technology. Blockchain technology is better than anything that can be on the markets because you're investing in the technology. People are using that over data cloud stuff. Data cloud is good when it has a strong market and server. Yes, 11 the price on WSGF. Nia, you need to be able to hit me up on the email. I keep emailing you. You got to be able to hit me up when it comes to that consultation. But when it comes to ITCAN, so that'd be Canaan. That'd be Canaan. That would definitely be something that you can invest in the blockchain without buying $50,000 Bitcoin. Plus, it can give you a better rate of return than probably Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a big asset. So literally, the growth on that is literally not tapped out just yet. But it's going to take somebody that has multi-millions to get involved in it. The stock picks is pretty much going to be at a rate where if you did put 1,500, you can be 1,500 spread around in the 12 months. You can be able to see some good results because EV is going to blow up big in the later stages of 2021, and it's going to blow up really big in 2022, 2023. That's literally a 3-year, I would say, longer term plays, and anything that would involve swing trading would be like 4 to 5 months. So when it comes to you analyzing these companies, you have to figure out what's in their board and who put money into it. Because I research these type of things to figure out what is going to be able to figure out what's going to boost your pocketbook. So WSGF is something I'm definitely long on. I'm long on SANT AITX and what else? CCIV and Meta. I'm long on that. Then we have MJ YOLO. Those ETFs are pretty much going to be one of my benefactors of a good expanded portfolio. But it was real, y'all. I have more consultations that I have to be able to meet up. I just want to give y'all that little quick overview. And before I leave, I'm pretty much going to do a review when it comes to of the topic on the title. Will the stock market crash? Me personally, I don't necessarily think so. But if you think it's going to crash and if you don't want to be able to miss out, get yourself gold, silver ETFs and buy some silver as well. Inverse ETFs, those are good to be able to benefit off a downturn. If it is a tech bubble, they have a tech inverse ETF. And say if it's a real estate bubble, they have a real estate ETF where you can benefit as well. When it comes to certain stocks that you're long about, Tesla, people got option calls at Tesla at $900 at April 2022. So they have government funding for that, and they also benefit off the tax credits. Walmart is very bullish. Walmart CEO is pretty much saying that we need more stimulus. That's because his company benefits the most off of the stimulus because his company literally increased it 50%. So if you want something that is a blue chip stock, definitely go long on Walmart. Okay. That is for consultations. Definitely my email. They are affordable. And you'll be able to have 24/7 access to me when it comes to these information things. I will be researching this stock market crash. Maybe a good time to buy for your kid. Well, you got to invest in the ETFs. Like there's emerging markets that's going to benefit. But if it's a crash pre-stimulus, I think people can benefit off of a dip plus added liquidity into the market. But they're talking about a crash in this month. I don't think not in this month. If it's going to be a crash, it's going to be probably later on in the summer when people ran out of stimulus money or stimulus money isn't floating around from the U.S. Treasury Department. Okay, thank you, Doug. And if anybody wants to contribute, that's definitely my Cash App right there. And if anybody wants direct one-on-one access to me, my email is right there. But AITX, that's artificial, that's the IoT. So you can benefit off of automation, off of that stock ticketer right there. Definitely do your own research, as I am not a financial advisor. Definitely do your own due diligence. Definitely look at the emerging markets and definitely figure out what is Tesla doing. I am RDF and I am out.